Pokemon Hero the main. There's this new hot tier list on the Pokemon block. It's been making its rounds where you pick your favorite Pokemon of each type and also your favorite legendary, and you do that per generation. So you get a cool little grid in the end of all your favorite Pokemon ever. Ooh, a favorite starter? Gen 1? Oh shit. I already picked Squirtle. I guess we're out of types now. We're just at, like, categories. So I guess I can have repeats in this section. Yeah. We got starters, gimmick forms, legends to go. So I guess I'll allow repeats for these three columns, but these ones I was working really hard to not have overlap. Favorite starter Pokemon here. The Bean. And it does give you all the fully evolved forms, but since we're going like starter, like I will just keep it to the first forms. I'm a Trico guy. I always pick Chimchar, even though I love all three of these dudes. I usually go Chimchar. Oshawott. These two aren't even worth considering. While I consider Turtwig and Piplup and ultimately choose Chimchar, I always go for Oshawott. The only game where I truly mix it up every time, even though I adore Squirtle, every time I pick up Kanto, I pretty evenly spread it across the three starters. I almost always pick Cyndaquil. I pick you, but I also pick Mudkip a lot. I don't know if I've even done a Torchic run yet, to be honest, of any Gen 3 game. Brokey. Even though my first time playing Gen 6, I did go Chespin. Ooh, I do like Rowlet, Litten, and Poplio, all three of them. I've picked all three actually, because Sun and Moon had their Ultra game, so it forced me to replay Gen 7 so many times. Did not love Poplio. Big stretch. There we go. The Rowlet line has been getting a lot of love, and I do like Litten a lot. It's a little fire kitten. So we'll say he's my favorite starter from Gen 7. I picked Sobble, but he was disappointing. And the only one of these starters that I don't completely hate the glow up is Scorbunny, so it's the best. I also like the bandage on its nose. He's very similar, he's always given me very similar vibes to like Chespin in the face. I've always thought Scorbunny was a little close to Chespin in its design, but otherwise I think Scorbunny works the best there. Gen 9 starters, mixed bag here, but I do like them all. Brigatito's probably technically the best, but I like... Ooh, it's hard to pick. I guess I'll just go with the one I did pick in game, Little Bean Boy, Fuecoco, because I don't really know if I have a favorite yet. Between those three starters, I kind of like them all, and I'm still building my experiences with them. Favorite starter? Ooh, that's tough. That's tough. Do I pick Squirtle or do I pick Chimchar? I've given them equal play. Oshawott was my favorite at one point in time as well. And I've already mentioned my love for Grovyle. Who do I pick? Okay, so hear me out, right? Squirtle, I love you, right? You were my first starter ever. You're a good boy. We're Squirtle Squad for life. That being said, you peaked here, buddy. Wartortle and Blastoise just aren't as good as you. Meanwhile, I really love Monferno. He becomes more monkey-like with the tail, and then Infernape, the flame moves to the head, and he's just like this combat monkey. Basically, I'm picking Chimchar. I'm picking Chimchar over Squirtle because when I play a Gen 1 game, it's a toss-up between Squirtle, Bulbasaur, or Charmander. I'm pretty likely to pick either three. Whenever I pick up Gen 4, I really, really want to try Turtwig. I really, really want to try Piplup. But I can never stop myself from picking Chimchar. Little fire monkey boy. I also have a great memory of opening one of those card tins growing up, and it had the Infernape EX on the front. Then in one of the card packs included in the tin, there was the alternate art to that same card. So it was a rare pull of another Infernape EX all in one tin. I got two sick Infernape cards, and that memory will always live on with me forever. So yeah, I'm sorry Squirtle, I do love you. But I think Chimchar wins it out. Favorites? Gimmick form. Ah, now we got Megas and Gigamax and favorite Gimmick. It's actually pretty tough because I like you. I like you. I like you. I like you. But I'm gonna go Mega Mawile. Favorite Legendary. Generation 1. Ooh, Tuffy. These are all classics. I would probably have to go Mew. Mew is a cutie. And then Lugia. Though I do like Entei a lot. Entei's dope. Out of the 3 doggos, we stand Entei here. Go Lugia though. Lugia is cool. I also like you catch him like relatively weak. He always felt fair to bring into the Elite Four. He didn't feel necessarily busted like a lot of legendaries. Rayquaza was my first Pokemon card. I haven't gotten to give Rayquaza as much as I've wanted on this list. And Gen 3 did have great legendaries. I like Deoxys. I do like these dorks as well. These guys I'm like mid on, but they've been around so long that they're classics to me. Also like Latios. But Rayquaza, king of the sky. Another good round in Gen 4, but Giratina, Pokemon Platinum version. That's what you see on the box. He a dope boy. I've always been Team Reshiram. Zekrom is sick as well. Neither of them are cooler than Reshiram here. Not crazy about Gen 6's. Well, I did say earlier that I like Alpha Kyogre. The more I look at him, that like Piss Yellow does, I'm not crazy about it. It works better on Groudon at least. We're gonna go Xerneas with the pretty. Ultra Necrozma was cool, but I don't like its design. I think it's silly and overdone. I'm gonna go Nebby here. I like how Nebby, it's like Schrodinger's Lunala or Solgaleo. It could become either depending on what version you get. I like that you get to travel around with it in your game and get to know it before it evolves. It's just a cute little guy. It makes the little pew sound. Gen 8 also had a lot of legendaries, but I am not in love with most of these guys. Like, ew. Ew. Not crazy about the revamp on the legendary bird trio. Regieleki, while cool, I don't necessarily need more Reggies. The dragon one's dumb. I do like Sword Dog, but I don't love Sword Dog. Also, don't love these guys either. I'm not crazy about a lot of these. So I guess Sword Dog is technically my favorite. And then it's this one's pretty tough because I do like the Moose, and I do like Koraidon, but it's Koraidon. You play with him the whole game. Of course, I like him more. Favorite legendary. It would be between, it's like these 3 on top, and also Koraidon. He made a name for himself in his game that he was in, and for anyone who picked Violet, I'm sure Miraidon will be in his place. Rayquaza, first Pokemon card. I have a lot of experience with Giratina and Lugia, and Koraidon was a good boy. He's so cute in the face when he eats his sandwiches. Honestly, they put in a lot of work to make Koraidon likable, so screw it. When they put that much effort into the legendary, they did it. They won me over with him. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for. My favorite Pokemon. My favoriteest favorite of favorites. Except not quite yet. Wog. We gotta fill in these things at the bottom, these quick stats. Favorite regional bird. I think I said Starly before. Favorite regional mammal. I call these the regional rodent, not mammal, but alright. I like Sentret that becomes Furret, but I don't like Sentret itself. I think it's goofy. And out of these guys, what? Lechonk? I don't think that's right. Well, no wonder they didn't call it a rodent if you're gonna put Lechonk in this. That's dumb. I don't like this. We're gonna go Zigzagoon. That category made me upsetty. Favorite regional bug? Caterpie, right? It's gotta be Caterpie. Pseudo legendary. Make up for earlier. I think Garchomp. The Pikachu clones. Even though Mimikyu is awesome, I wouldn't necessarily consider him a Pikachu clone. I also wouldn't consider you Pikachu clones. A silly goob. Probably the best Pikachu clone is this guy. So good. Favorite Eeveelution. Pretty tough. How do I pick between my babies? I've always been a little more Umbreon. That was his favorite fossil. My brain was like, what is this? Is Mr. Fish my favorite fossil? I think so. Yeah, I like the lore of like, it's just archaeologists very irresponsibly putting together fossils and calling them a Pokemon, but not putting the right ones together. It's calling out European archaeologists. I think it's fun. And Dracofish, stupid broken in battle, as we've talked about, so we like Mr. Fish. Best fossil. Favorite regional form. We'll go Alolan Executor. It's kind of the quintessential, like, regional variant. Favorite Gigantamax. I always liked... For me, it's between Snorlax here with the Garden of Life or Creepy Gengar with Giant Mouth. Centiskorch is awesome as well. And Sandaconda. We'll go Big Mouth. I'm going through changes. Favorite box, legendary. We're gonna go Giratina. My favorite mythical. Jirachi. Favorite Ultra Beast. Can I pick none of them? I do like Xurkitree. And Guzzlord is stupid, but we'll go Xurkitree. Favorite Paradox Pokemon. I've actively been using you. Ooh, favorite type in general. I've always been well, not always been a fighting type person, but I like it a lot. Maybe the water type, honestly. There's a lot of good water types. And now, the final actual moment of truth. My favorite Pokemon ever McEver. Hard to pick because we got Umbreon Espeon. We also got Infernape, whom I love, and Chimchar. That kind of stacks the poll. We also got Squirtle. He's great. Mantine, obviously. Hisui and Electrode, but I don't think he'll be my favorite. Same with Darkspun, even though these two recently fell in love with those Pokemon. Scrafty. He's awesome as well. He's a contender for me. It's hard to say why I love Scrafty so much other than I love his type combo. I love abusing high jump kick in battle. And I love his saggy pants and his whole punk vibe. It's very good. Oh gosh. How do I pick my favorite Pokemon ever? Do I just go like my first Pokemon ever that I picked as my favorite? Doesn't necessarily have to be the case, right? Man. Ah! How do I pick? Who's my favorite? Who's my favorite Pokemon? This is hard. How is this easy for people? How do they just know? How do they pick one over them all? Losing my mind. I don't know who to pick. I legitimately don't know who my favorite Pokemon is. They all have different... They're all my favorites for different reasons. Okay. Eenie, Meenie, Miny, Mo. Keep it between these four. Eenie, Meenie, Miny, Mo. Catch a Scrafty by the toe. If he hollers, let him go. My mother told me to get the heck out of the house. I said, I am 10 years old. Favorite Pokemon, Mantine. The Manta Ray Pokemon. Not unhappy with it. Just a very stressful decision to make that I couldn't make an ordinary way. Legitimately, I would have been happy with most of these Pokemon as my favorite Pokemon pick. Squirtle, Scrafty, and Infernape especially are up there. I also do love these dudes, and I love you, 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 and okay, that's enough of that bit. So yeah, I guess my favorite Pokemon's Mantine. Whoa. Was that anyone else's favorite Pokemon? Will you be my best friend if it was? I know that we just met, but like, we both had the same favorite Pokemon, so it's like, why even beat around this bush? Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, stay super.